turned into a little bit of a career-obsessed super bitch. Rather than empowering women, we need to show them that it's okay to be vulnerable. We think of flexibility as like working from home. That's not necessarily flexibility. Flexibility is being able to bring talent into the business that's able to add value, but just not in the cookie cutter shape that you have mapped out.
So I'll show you the workout in a second.
Oh gosh.
But we'll just do a bit of a warm up. How do you normally warm up?
A few stretches.
Yeah.
More stretchy as I'm getting older.
Yeah.
A little bit more time stretching, less time doing the cardio. Yeah, just kind of take it easy and not go too hard too soon.
Yeah. I'm not sure if many know, but you used to own a gym.
I did. Not many people know that actually.
No?
It was never really the plan to kind of go down that route. I've always worked in recruitment, worked in sales, worked in tech. Never wanted to be known as like a gym owner.
At any point, did you ever think about just going down that route, or did you always want to do both?
No, not really. I think for me, the reason why I did it was because I'd always been into like fitness, always been really fit, never been like overweight or anything like that. And then after having my first baby, I went back into the gym, carrying an extra 20 kilos, and realised how most people feel the first day they walk into a commercial gym. And so the whole kind of business model was about providing like a safe place where everyone felt welcome. So it was never about the money, it was never about building a multi-million-pound business. It was just about providing somewhere for people to go that they didn't feel kind of self-conscious. Yeah, okay.
What type of gym was it? Was it a CrossFit gym or?
It was the first CrossFit gym in East Anglia.
Wow.
So CrossFit Norwich. It was before everyone really jumped on the
hype,
CrossFit bandwagon, and it was a lot of fun and I don't have any regrets. It was amazing. We built a great community, but like all good things, it came to an end.
So what does your fitness sort of journey look like now? Because when we spoke before, you did a lot of CrossFit. Now, are you still doing heavy CrossFit? Are you doing?
No, I haven't done CrossFit since the gym. I'm not getting any younger. I think I've taken quite a lot out of the bank over the years in terms of my health and my body. And now I'm all about having fun, enjoying myself, just trying to prolong my life as much as I can so that I can spend as much time with my children, hopefully grandchildren. These days it's just more about just appreciating my body and all of the things that it can do.
Yeah, sure. If I asked you that question 20 years ago, would it be completely different?
So, God, 3 years ago. No, I'm in sales, right? So I'm really competitive. And so at one point I was traveling around the country, going to all the different competitions, competing at a relatively decent level, and just absolutely love that side of it. And I think that's why now I'm like, no more. Although I keep getting roped into the odd comp here and there, but trying to say no where I can.
And I think a lot of salespeople are into their training, because I think having the mindset of being a salesperson does carry over in having the mindset and keeping yourself fit. How do you balance the two, your fitness life and work life, family life?
I think it's just about kind of having good habits. Never ever do I think, I can't be bothered to go to the gym. I just get up and do it, because to me it's like cleaning my teeth. It's just normal. I'm
quite grateful that I am similar to you. It's like getting up and brushing my teeth. I don't think about training as part of the day.
No.
I can't imagine it being like a chore, and I get when people, it is a chore for them to go to the gym. I bet it's easy for us to say, who have been going to the gym for years, just go. But for them it's quite hard, isn't it?
No, I mean, my husband's a trainer, and he's not just a personal trainer. He's like he'd kill me for saying this, but he's a bit like a life coach. So he tends, for his clients, he's very much like a managed service. He takes over their entire health. And he says exactly the same. It's like, you've just got to find something that you enjoy, otherwise it's never going to become like cleaning your teeth. It's always going to be a chore, and it's always going to have a shelf life. So I've tried doing things training-wise that I just hate, like that ski erg over there is not my friend. I used to get really bad motion sickness. So after a while I was like, why am I doing it? So I just didn't touch it.
Well, we've got.
And now I've got a funny feeling that that string of luck is going to end today.
Yeah, well, it's only 30 seconds.
Well, I might throw up on you now, but.
As everybody watched the last episode, there's a 30-second Max Kalski that every guest on the Growing Pains will do, and Donna kindly declined today, but she's still going to do it.
I don't think I've got a choice. No, maybe it's time to face the erg. Face my demons.
Cool. Shall we go look at the workout? Yeah. So today's workout is deadlifts. We're going to do 4 sets of 5 for that. And then we'll do some reverse lunges. Then we'll do some push press, and then we'll superset pull-ups with deficit push-ups.
Sweet.
And then at the end, we're going to get a little bit sweaty and do a 12-minute EMOM with a salt bike, down-ups, and American kettlebell swings.
Okay.
Sound good?
That sounds fine until you say, and I'm going to ask you lots of questions while we're doing it, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Hopefully not too out of breath. Before you do your first set, I just want to ask you about how you first got into recruitment.
Okay.
And what that experience was like.
I have a lifelong love affair with recruitment, so I'll never, and even though I'm not in the industry now, that will always be very close to my heart. And long story short, I moved to Liverpool and got a job doing payroll in a recruitment business.
Okay, so you didn't actually start in a recruitment role?
No, when I was doing AAT and an agency placed me into some council office or something, and they got reports back that was really good, so they poached me out of their own client to go and do payroll for them. And you know, a young girl at that point, and they were having so much fun, earning loads of money, going into Liverpool, and I'm sat there on a Friday afternoon doing the timesheets. So yeah, I just you know, thought that's what I want to do, that's where I want to be. So, and I got my pay slip at the end of my second month, and I was like, I think there's been a mistake. And that was my commission.
Oh
so
wow,
I was
because you couldn't like
just got the bug then. It's like, and yeah, I just found something for the first time in my entire life that I was really good at.
Love that.
It was, yeah.
Should we do our first set?
Yeah.
Should we do it at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Go. Just 5?
Yeah.
Nice. I was going to say, so how did you think being in recruitment set you up, like just the day-to-day in recruitment set you up to be successful in sales?
Oh, massively. I think it's a fantastic foundation. You know, you're almost a double salesperson. I mean, I had a rule when I was working in tech sales, selling rec tech, that I would only fish in the recruitment pond for salespeople. I wasn't interested in anybody that hadn't walked in the shoes of our clients. And that's partly because it obviously helped with onboarding. They got it, they got the industry, they got who they were selling to. But the main advantage was that they were fantastic salespeople with a great work ethic. Because like you say, it is pressurised.
Massively.
And you know, I was a recruiter in the recession of 2009. And I've never known pressure like that, but you get through it and it builds a lot of resilience, which obviously helps with training and helps with children, helps with difficult situations as you go through life as well. So.
Next set?
Yeah, I think I might have gone too heavy, but there we go. We shall see.
It was always going to happen. What was that like, going to Vincherry in the middle of COVID?
Oh, just an amazing experience. But you know, we talk about high pressure and having all of that experience in recruitment that sets you up. Like nothing could have set me up for how kind of crazy that first year was. Regardless of, you know, the pandemic and everything that happened, we just found a way around it. Luckily for us, a lot of our competitors were super inflexible around the pandemic, so they were not reducing licenses and things like that. So I saw an opportunity to, as I mentioned at the time, be the sun while everyone else was the wind. And do you know what, it paid off.
Okay.
Great.
Well, we'll come on to some of the challenges you face. Let's just do another set. Yeah, what were some of the challenges then? Not just from being in Vincherry and the stage with COVID, but just the challenges from transitioning into tech and then all the challenges that came along with it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about COVID because like that's old news now, isn't it? And I think everyone kind of went through the same crap with that. But I think, you know, we were very much a global team. We're HQ'd out of Vietnam, so I was pretty much on my own island in the UK. So most of the decisions that I made were me doing some research, looking at data, and then just literally like closing my eyes and hoping for the best. You know, some of it went well, some of it didn't go so well. Some of the challenges were good challenges to have. So I think the main challenge was just how bloody busy everybody was all the time. So we had very little time to do strategy. So process went out the window at one point. we were just surviving and going really, really fast.
So how did you balance that then between adding and implementing strategy despite everything going on?
I think we didn't really, I think we leaned on the side of just getting up in the morning and going for it. But you know, we had amazing teams. The team in Vietnam, the work ethic was out of this world, amazing marketing team. So lots and lots of people who were there to kind of pick up what the sales team dropped, if you like, whilst they were just tearing through and being really busy. And that's probably the biggest thing that I'll now take away into my roles, is being able to get a team that are SMB, mid-market, and being able to push them into the enterprise.
I know so many businesses that say, I'm working with a client right now that says they do SMB mid-market, but they want to move into enterprise. So how did you make that transition?
Everyone says it, and it's like, careful what you wish for. Because if you've got a simple product that just works every time someone switches it on, then sometimes you're better off sticking with that, because your costs are very low, your profit margin's huge. The minute you want to do enterprise, no one ever, you know, no big enterprise firm has ever just bought something and implemented it and it's all gone swimmingly well. There's always going to be solutions architects involved, you need to get pre-sales involved, you need to have all sorts of additional things and resource that you throw at it. So I'd just say, if you have got an aspiration to do enterprise, don't think of enterprise as bigger deals, think of it as a whole new kind of division to your business.
So we'll do some reverse lunges now.
Okay.
You did these yesterday, you said?
I did do these yesterday.
Yeah, so you should be all right.
But hey, your glutes can never be too big, right?
Yeah. Lovely. When we spoke off air, you mentioned how one of your bugbears is when sales leaders join startups and it's all about playbook.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I don't want to hate on anyone, but I feel like if you make a decision to go startup, then you've got to be prepared to be part of the team, and not even just the sales team, like customer success, account management, you know, HR. Yeah. So if you know, joining startups are really, it's a bit of a gift. It's an amazing environment, really flexible. You've got a bit of a free rein. There's so many advantages to doing it. Often the pay is really good. Just other investment, you know, got some money to spend. And yes, there will be a time that you need to switch on your corporate head, get in front of the investors, get in the boardroom or whatever, and talk the talk. But ultimately, on the day-to-day, if you're not prepared, then I feel like you're just going to end up being a waste of money for that startup. Do
you think startups make a mistake of bringing in those individuals?
Oh, they're so vain.
They want to bring in an ex-CRO or you know, a VP of sales who's been in a large corporation.
They are quite vain when it comes to, oh, you know, someone from Oracle wants to work for us. Yeah, we must be like doing great stuff. And I get that, I totally get that. I mean, if it's your business and you've invested everything you have and, you know, you've cut your teeth and you love it, it's your baby, then of course if someone from Oracle wants to work for you and be your CRO or your VP, you're going to be like, that's a celebration. But I am on the side of caution, because if you ask them to build a pipeline or ask them to go on a client meeting and they're like, hang on a minute, I'm too busy with my spreadsheet right now, then you're going to catch a cold.
Yeah, okay. Next is push press. You okay with push press?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
You've been a player manager, haven't you?
Well, I've had a number, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, what's it like being a player? Because a lot of people transition into sales leadership in tech. Yeah. And their first role is in a player manager position.
Yeah.
So how do you manage both your own number and managing the team?
So I think it just came from being in recruitment, where, you know, I was a senior manager, always carried my own quota and was very, very comfortable with that. And actually would dread that coming away from me. The reason why I had my own quota at Showcaser, which was my first tech role, was because I was the only person in sales. Okay. So someone had to deliver the number and then, you know, talk to the CEO as well. But I just felt like it made my job as a leader much, much easier. Yeah. Because when I took on a new country, like Australia, for instance, where there was like a huge time difference. It would have been very hard for me to motivate and lead those guys. They would have been like, hang on a minute, why have they given us a leader all the way in the UK? What can we possibly learn from this person? If I would have just been sat in my ivory tower going, here's a spreadsheet, fill it in every week. But they were like, she's doing 2 million a year. What do you do? Like, whatever she's doing. I'll always remember my first call with the guys when I took over that region, and they were just like, just tell us what to do and we'll do it. Yeah.
Obviously you're closing deals, right? But so are your team. So do you ever get the situation where your team are complaining that that could be their money on the table? Why is my manager getting that? Why can't I get that? Do you ever share across the team to keep people happy?
Anyone that's worked with me or for me will tell you that I will literally kill and maim and bend over backwards for the team. So if anyone ever came to me with that objection, I think I might actually just get rid of them. Because I'd be like, hang on a minute, you know, I think I'm delivering enough to you in terms of coaching, in terms of leadership, in terms of being your voice in the rest of the business, and all of the things that I would do if I didn't carry a number I'm doing, just that I'm happening to do deals on top.
Lovely. Women in sales in general.
Yeah.
Also women in leadership.
Yeah.
In tech sales.
In tech, yeah.
Yeah. Why do you feel that we don't see that many?
You don't see that many women of my age, because there was a time, there's been numerous times actually in my career that I've thought, oh, fuck it, I can't do it. Like, can't look after my kids and do this at the same time. And very, very nearly gone, oh, just get a normal job. In general, I think it's a good time to be a woman in tech sales, because I think there's not just about hitting a quota, I think there's a genuine desire from businesses to have diverse leadership teams. So it's about seeking those businesses out. But the key thing is to not just go, oh, okay, well, I know that there's a desire for it, and therefore I am a woman and I work in tech sales, therefore I'm the best candidate for that job, because you might not be. So you've still got to bring it, you've still got to be excellent.
Yeah. So do you think there's a perception among women that they have to choose one or the other in terms of going down a family route in life or going down a leadership route?
I think they did at one point. I'd be surprised if I spoke to many women in their 20s that feel like that right now. I do think there's a perception now of being able to have it all, but I am going to caveat that with really your A team is the team that you have at home. So, you know, you do need to, you can go it alone. I did it for a couple of years actually. If you've got the right support network at home, then I think it can be done.
Yeah.
And I think increasingly I hear less and less of, oh, I've got to make a choice.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone that I know was my age at some point have kind of made a choice.
Okay.
And some now are, you know, they carried on and they're super talented as well.
Why do you think that change has happened?
I feel like there's enough great women and guys doing enough to make a change. I think the world is changing and we've realised that actually maybe it's just the lack of talent out there and the war for talent that's made people just open up their minds a little bit.
So look at that. 3, 4, come on. 5, one more. Yes, Donna, you got another, come on. 7, 8. Come on, you got 10, you gotta get 10 now, you gotta get 10, come on. Come on, one more. Love that. Nice. Then into...
Oh, go on, leave me alone! How many of these?
We'll do 10.
10?
Like your PT here. So, yeah.
You are. You're savage as well.
What do you think some of the other reasons are that more women got moved into leadership?
There's definitely a confidence issue. I feel like you must have in recruitment, you've heard that kind of women have to hit like 80% of criteria on a job description before they'll even apply for it. Yeah. With men, it's like flipped, it's like 20%. Yeah. I don't know what the actual stat, but it's something crazy like that. So I do think is that kind of we want to be perfect, and we maybe are deterred. Maybe we look at the business, we see like a very kind of male-dominated leadership team, and we make assumptions that maybe aren't there.
1, 2, 3. Come on. 4.
I'm only doing 5.
5.
Nice. Oh.
So what can we do to empower more women to move into leadership within the tech space? And what advice would you have for any women that have aspirations to move into leadership?
Yeah, I think more what we can do with the women, I think it's more what we can do with the businesses. There's still so much to be done. I mean, there's even little things like, you know, we think of flexibility as like working from home, and actually that's not necessarily flexibility. You know, part-time hours isn't flexibility. So flexibility is being able to bring talent into the business that's able to add value to the business, but just not in the kind of cookie cutter shape that you have mapped out. If anything, we need to, rather than empowering women, we need to show them that it's okay to be vulnerable. And that's something that I went through with a coach for quite a long period of time, because maybe whether it was coming out of recruitment or just kind of always having to fight all of my life, I turned into a little bit of a, I don't know, career obsessed kind of super bitch. And I actually would, if I had anything going on outside of work, like with the business or anything like that, or anything in my personal life, I would just put it into a little box and just bring the fire every single day into work. And sometimes that is fake and not believable and doesn't build trust and kind of advocacy in the team. So I think, you know, it's okay for women to show vulnerability, be themselves, and that's how we can empower them, by showing them that it's okay to be themselves. But with businesses, there's still a lot of education to be done, and a lot of investment in, you know, policies and things that they can do to really open those doors up to women who can't, just for whatever reason, just can't fit into the standard 9 to 5.
Yeah, I love how you've answered that, because it's like you said, it's not just the women themselves that have to take action, it's the businesses as well.
Yeah,
so.
It's mainly the businesses, the women will come.
Yeah. So Donna, before we go into the WOD, which I know you can't wait for, I just want to ask you about the new project that you've taken up at pawaPay.
Yeah.
So you've gone in as a VP of Revenue. How long have you been there now?
9 weeks.
9 weeks,
Yeah.
Very fresh.
Yeah.
So what is it you've gone in to do? What's the opportunity that exists for you there?
Yeah, so I'm back in kind of startup land, which is my happy place. But yeah, all changed for me. I feel like I was about to become really typecast in RecTech. The opportunity presented itself. I mean, there isn't anything that isn't new to me. We work across Africa. The business is a mobile money aggregator. So don't want to bore the listeners too much with everything we do. I'm not going to pitch you. However, what most people probably will know is that the continent Africa is quite underbanked, and so there are very few ways of businesses collecting payments from end users. And that can mean that in the continent it's very difficult to do business, but also outside of the continent it's very difficult to break into. Yeah. But no, it's super, super fun, great business, very, very product led, which is what I really like. I really like businesses that have got something really fantastic and groundbreaking to offer. So all good.
Okay, so if you remember, we're doing it's a 12-minute EWOM, and if anyone doesn't know what that stands for, it stands for every minute on the minute. So 12 minutes, yeah, so 4
Yes, coach.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, as I said in the first episode, every guest that comes onto Growing Pains is going to have to join the leaderboard of the 30-second max cal ski. Andy on the first episode got 12 calories. Donna, that's what you've got to beat. Go as hard as you can for 30 seconds. You've got 12 calories to beat. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, Donna, come on. Nice. Hold. Come on. Keep going, Donna, come on. Plenty of time left, plenty of time. Come on. Come on, you got 12 seconds left. Keep going, come on. Come on. 7. That's 8, come on. Let's get 10, let's get 10, come on. Let's get 10. One more, one more. There you go, there you go. Don't finish, you finish.
Oh, go to 10.
You got that.
Go to 10.
Good score.
Jesus.
That's a good score. Right, so there we have it. Donna Owen smashed the workout and give us some really good knowledge on everything from transitioning from recruitment into tech, how to build sales teams, and also how we can get more women into tech sales and leadership. So, how did you enjoy it?
No, it's really good. It's nice to do something different.
Yeah.
Get sick of sitting behind the screen and just answering the same questions.
100%.
So, good for you for thinking of something new in a world that's drowned with podcasts and content. I think it'll stand out, obviously.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Nice to
Nice one.
see you. I'll
Yeah,
see you soon.
too. Cheers.